Hi everyone, and welcome to your 45-minute practice, a beautiful all levels yoga practice that's going to really allow your body to relax, to feel good, to take a big stretch. And also, if there's any point where you're not sure what's going on, feel free to kind of come back, watch it again, and join me when you're ready. If you ever have questions, let me know. Let's start our yoga practice. Let's start today. Let's have a seat on the earth, and then let's go ahead. I want to invite us into supine bound angle. And if you're not sure what that looks like, supine means on your back. Bound angle is where the feet come together and your knees fall away from each other. And this pose allows for a really nice release in the hips and in the pelvis and in the groin. If you have blocks, they can go beneath your knees here. And if you don't have blocks, no biggie. You can put two big pillows there. And if you're laying like this right now and you're extra uncomfortable because it isn't serving you, then guess what? Just extend your legs up, okay? So it's up to you, however you'd like to start. I'm going to start practice. It's called Supta Baddha Konasana, supine bound angle. And I'm just going to let my arms extend out to the side, which I invite you to do as well. And I invite you to close your eyes with me as your lips softly close. And to take big, full breaths of air and energy as we begin our practice on the earth. I want you to feel the whole earth beneath you. I want you to feel the breath slowly flow and move through the body here. And I invite you to enjoy just kind of the stillness of the beginning of the practice. Even if it's challenging for you to be still and be in this moment, I invite you to try. Try to find a sense of peace. Try to find a sense of relaxation. Good. Full breath in. And a full breath out as you exhale. Let's do that again together. Try to inhale through the nose, fill up. And then exhale out of the nose and down the back of the throat if you can. It's a hard form of breath, Ujjayi Pranayama. One more time. Inhale, breath in. Lips stay closed if possible, out of the nose, down the back of the throat. Good. Let's go ahead and take our arms up and over the head for a full body stretch. And then if your knees are bent like mine, go ahead and lengthen your legs long, continuing the full body stretch, really trying to create space in your body, noticing as we arrived on our mats how you're feeling. Good. Hug both knees ever so slowly into your heart, and then give me a side to side rock. Good. Just massage your lower back down onto the ground for me. Let's go ahead and raise our feet all the way to the sky. We're going to wake up the abdominal muscles a little bit. So go ahead and place your hands behind your head, flex your feet. Exhale, crunch up and lower. Let's do 8 of these. 8. Keep your elbows wide. 7. Good. 6. Push your feet high to the sky. 5. 4. 3. 2 more. Good. And 1. Grabbing the back of the legs, we'll start that rock and roll process to seated. 1. 2 more big rocks. If this doesn't feel good on your back, don't rock, all right? Instead, just very slowly move. As we land at the top, I want you to sit up nice and tall. We're going to take a gentle seated twist, okay? So rotate to your right. Left hand's going to come outside your thigh bone just like mine. And then I'm going to slowly turn the gaze behind me. And I want you to feel that elongation from the tailbone pressing down all the way through the crown of the head as you make the rotation with me. Good. Let's do the other side. Exhale, twist. Soften and breathe. Relax the shoulders. Low belly pulls in. Good. And then on your next breath out, we're going to simply fold forward. So I'm going to scoot back a little bit on my mat just so I have more room. but we're just gonna walk the hands out in front of us. Start to deepen your forward fold here. Exhale, bring your head down. Feel the stretch from the tailbone to the fingertips. Good. 3. Feel your sit bones press down. 2. And then on 1, you guys are going to slowly rise up with me. Beautiful work. We're going to shift forward to tabletop. So moving into the hands and your knees. Good. Exhale. We're going to tuck our toes and we're going to head to downward facing dog. And if this is your first time here, you might need to lower your knees if your shoulders get really tight. Maybe you're not used to your head being down like this. So just kind of create a shape that feels good. And then I invite you to potentially let the knees bend from side to side and feel your feet here as they move a little bit from left to right. And then we'll find a little bit of patience. We'll hold the pose as we push back. We'll elevate the hips to the sky. We'll pull the abdominal muscles in. Good. And then very slowly, we're going to walk to the top of the mat. And this is where if you're tight, this might be a little bit uncomfortable in a forward fold for the first time. So let the knees bend. Glide your hands onto your shin bones. Take a nice flat back. So I want you to think about your lunch, your dinner, your breakfast, being able to sit right here on your spine. So your glutes are reaching back, your heart is reaching forward. Good. Let's fold forward together. Exhale, lower the head. Go ahead and grab opposite elbows for me. And then as you're here, we're going to widen the feet even further. So heel toe them apart, which means move the heels, then move the toes. And then sway with me from side to side and enjoy this sensation of release. So as you sway and as you feel this effort here, I want you to notice how the low back is responding, how the hamstrings are responding. Good. 3, 2, and release your hands on 1. Now bring the feet back together. So heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. Good. Put your hands on your hips. Stand up nice and slow. Make sure you're not dizzy. First time, we're all the way up. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Lean back, lift your gaze. Exhale, you're going to bend your elbows. So notice how I bend my elbows. You're going to place your thumbs right at the base of your neckline, okay? Now squeeze your elbows in. Lift your heart up, 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 up. And then reach the arms forward to come down. Exhale. We're going to use that same form of elbow bend and a bind when we're doing some work today. So I wanted to show it to you. Take a flat back as we gaze forward. Good. Exhale, fold in. Perfect. Let's bend our knees. Come into our first chair pose. So it looks like a squat. Your feet can be together or apart. It's totally up to you. My feet are slightly separated, which means my knees are also slightly separated. Reach up with the arms, drop the tailbone down, stay here. One more big inhale, activate the legs, feel the work. Fold forward as we breathe out. Good. Flat back as we gaze forward. So again, I'm taking my flat back from the earth, but if you're tight, bring your hands Heels on the shoulder. Left hand plants down, right arm rises. We'll do the other side shortly, not yet, okay? So ground the right palm. Exhale, tuck your toes. We'll head back to our down dog. From the back of our mat, I want you to go ahead and slowly lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. Flex your foot. Step your right foot all the way through. If it doesn't arrive there, then use your right hand to help it get there. Left hand stays put on the mat. Right arm rises to the sky. Take your twist. If you would like to lower your back knee, you're more than welcome to. Good. Rotate open. Keep twisting to the sky. And then let's put our right hand down together. Nice work. Step the left foot up. Again, halfway lift. Maybe your hands are lower on the legs. Maybe they're higher. Exhale, fold forward. Tuck the chin if you want. When you tuck the chin, you're going to feel that stretch deepen in the back of the neck. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms to the sky. Squeeze the legs. Exhale, add the elbow bend here. Lift up as you back bend. Good. And then gently reach up. This time, open arm, dive forward. See if you like that. Grab your legs, pull your chest in. Good. Halfway lift your spine. Now we're going to step our right foot to the back of the mat. Good. And then the right knee will drop. Bring your hands together. Come all the way up. Place your thumbs behind your neck again. Inhale, back bend for me. Good work. Hold it. Reach all the way up. Ground your palms. Big movement, down dog. 1, 2, 3. Step back. Perfect. Here's our plank number 2. So you may have taken knee down before or kept knees up. I'll move through knee down with you, so lowering the knees if you want to. Exhale through your push-up, which might take you all the way to the mat, which is totally fine. Tops the feet down, take your back bend. It might look small or big. And then we'll meet back in child's pose number 2. Exhale, slow the breath. Child's pose should ideally feel comfortable. It's known as a resting pose and a way to kind of reset. It should feel good on the low back. Come up to tabletop. If from a knee injury standpoint, it is a deep bend. So if you're dealing with that, you'll notice the pull. Left arm rises to the sky. Exhale, thread your needle. Second side, okay? Stay right here with me, or take your right arm up, maybe over the head. And stretch. 3. And again, ideally, this should feel good. 2, if your head is ever uncomfortable, you can put a block under your head or a pillow. Grounding down through the right hand. Inhale, left arm all the way up to the sky. Good. Exhale, both hands down. We'll take a cow pose together. So inhale, sway your spine, look up. And then for those of you that are feeling really tight here in the upper traps, we're going to tuck our chin. I want you to puff up your upper back like it's a big cat or a rainbow. And you're going to rock forward and back with your spine in this rounded shape. And it should give you a nice little pull where you're tight. Good. 2 more times. Rock with me if you want to. You're still breathing. And then exhale, tucking of the toes, lifting of the hips, downward facing dog when you're ready. Left leg rises, inhale, reach it up. Foot is flexed, which means the toes are coming back towards your shin bone, so it's dorsal flexion. Exhale, step your left foot through, and again, take your time to arrive if it's hard to get there. Right hand stays put on the mat, so it's right inside of the left foot, so you can see my alignment here, foot and hand. From there, sweep all the way up, left arm to sky. And if it's feeling like a lot in your legs, put your right knee down. Take a big inhale. Can you look up to your left hand? Exhale, left hand to the mat, step up, feet come together. Good work. Halfway lift the spine. Good. Exhale, bow over the thighs. Come back to your chair pose, which is like a squat. Again, open the feet, separate the feet, whatever they want to do. Just make sure the knees are doing the same thing. Reach up. Inhale, stand tall. Find the same bind with the elbows we've been working on. Lift and open. This time, exhale, reach up, draw the abs in. And then let's interlace the fingers at the lower back. So you want to try to get each finger interlaced with each little knuckle. Sliding the sliding the hands down the glutes, open the heart. And then I invite you to bend your knees a lot. Rest your tummy on your thighs. Bring your heart forward. Some of your knuckles are going to stay here. They're not going to go anywhere. Some of you are going to be able to tilt forward more and keep lifting up through the shoulder bones. Keep lifting the knuckles. Good. 3. Keep breathing. 2. And 1. Release your hands to the low back. Release your hands to the earth. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Good. Let's step our left foot back again. Same thing. Lowering the left knee. Good. Sweep the arms up. This time we're going to turn to the right. So I'm going to spiral towards you. And I want you to turn to your right. Start to move your right hand even further back behind you. And as you do that, a lot of times we pull back out of this lunge. Notice how my knee is way back here. Stay in your lunge, keeping the knee facing forward as you twist. And if you can, look behind you at your right thumb. Good. Now try to put your right hand either on your left leg or your low back. It's up to you. Look up to your left hand. Lean back. So think back bend. Good. Exhale, left hand down. And then the right hand will join. Good. Pick up your back knee. Exhale, straighten the right leg. And if you're really tight, your right leg's not going to fully straighten, and that's okay. Again, another good place to put blocks under your hands. And then you'll bend your knee forward. Good. Step back into down dog. 1, 2, 3. Now, take your hands, walk them to the back of your mat, so you're in a forward fold at the back of the yoga mat. From here, we're going to lift the spine nice and long. And then I invite you to fold forward. Good. Stand all the way up, taking the arms high. Squeeze the glutes at the top, pull the belly in. Gather your hands to heart center. Now, standing balance at the back of the mat. Left leg is going to lift up in line with belly button. Now, if you're not used to balancing, you can hold onto a wall or a chair nearby. Cross your left ankle over your thigh. And then we're going to slowly sit back into figure 4 by pushing the hips back behind us. This foot is flexed on top, which helps protect the deep bend of my knee. Maybe you can bring your forearms further down. Maybe you lower your hands down if it feels comfortable. And if lowering the hands down or moving the hands from the heart causes you to not feel confident or comfortable, then don't do any of that. Just stay where you're at. Good. Take 2 more deep breaths, working into the left hip here. If you are with me on the earth, let's rejoin those of us that have our hands at the heart. And then inhale, raise your left knee up, engage your core. See if you can reach out. It's really hard to do. Good. Lower your feet together. Fold forward as you exhale. Once you get to the bottom, halfway lift. Walk your hands all the way out, plank. Good. Now drop your feet to the left. Good. Right arm to the sky. Lower your left knee if you want to. 3. Lift your hips. 2. Exhale, high plank. This is your chaturanga, so again, lower the knees if you want to, aka tricep push-up, which brings you through your back bend, which is known as your vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you need a child's pose, you can take it, okay? Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Look forward to your hands. If you want to, you can bend your knees. You can jump forward. Otherwise, you can take a few steps to arrive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Take an extra breath here in your forward fold. Release any tension you're holding on to. And then let's reach forward in order to rise. Come all the way up. And then exhale your hands to your heart. Pause. Good. Close your eyes here for a moment with me. Root your feet down into the mat. Notice if your heart rate is slightly elevated from moving from the front of the mat to the back of the mat, back to the front. And then exhale, release your hands by your sides. Good. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, bow forward. Good. Take a nice long lift, look forward. Now we're going to do the same thing here. Step your right foot all the way back onto the earth. Lower your right knee down. Inhale, bring your arms up. Now I'm going to turn my spine towards you because I'm going to be twisting to the wall, which is to my left, okay? So exhale, twist left. Notice if you pulled out of the lunge. If you did, stay forward of your knee bend. Really feel your back left shoulder come behind you. Feel your right arm reach forward. See if you can not only look left, but can you look back at your left thumb? Put your left hand on your right leg or your lower back. I'm preferring the lower back. Right arm reaches. Can you look forward to your right palm? Think about back bending. Good. Exhale, right hand to the mat. And then the left. Perfect. Right knee rises on your inhale. Exhale, slowly pull the hips back. Working through 2 straight legs, just like we did before. Giving yourself a chance here just to kind of soften and breathe as we feel this deepening stretch of the left hamstring. Good. Exhale, bend your knee forward. Step back, high plank, 1, 2, 3. And then lift your bum straight to down dog, walking the hands as you move to the back of the mat. Last time we're doing this, okay? Inhale, flat back. Good. Fold forward for me. Now, inhale, reach forward to rise. Squeeze the legs, firming the glutes. Inhale. And then pull your hands to your heart and then allow your feet to step together. And we're going to take balancing figure 4 on the second side, okay? So lift the right knee up slowly. Foot is flexed. So I'm going to say this one more time. Toes coming back towards you, aka don't point the foot, flex the foot, all right? Cross the ankle over the thigh. And then slowly notice, how does right side compare to left side? For me, this side is feeling much tighter. Maybe you come lower. And remember that fullest expression, our fingertips came to the mat. Our hips slowly sunk down closer and closer to the earth. 3. Good. Feel the opening in the outside of the right hip. So it's really nice. You feel this on the outside of the glute, in the lower back, in the piriformis, in the hamstring. 2. On your next inhale, your hands will gather to your heart. You're going to stand slowly with me. So bring your knee up. And then we're going to try again to shoot our leg forward like we did before. 1, 2, 3, reach out. This is really hard. Lift up, 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 up. Good. Exhale, feet down, fold forward. Make your way to plank pose. You can do a knee down plank. You don't have to do high plank at all, so feel free to lower the knees now. But we are going to drop our feet to the right, which is going to allow us to come right into side plank, left arm to the sky. See if you can lift your hips up just slightly higher. Good. Take another full inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down. This time we're going to lower all the way to our stomach and we're going to stay there. So you can use your knees or not. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the tummy. Bring yourself up. This is called Sphinx pose. So we're going to prop up our heart, reach our heart forward. You're balancing on the forearms. Not really balancing, but they're supporting you. Bend your knees, and then go ahead and give me a side-to-side rock with your legs. I like looking down. It kind of releases my neck while this movement releases my back, specifically the low back. You may or may not like it. Good. And then exhale, slowly let that go. You're going to tuck your toes right and left. Try to pull your knees back a little bit more. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then glue your forehead to your hands. So notice how my elbows just turned out. Glue your forehead. Good. You're going to push your forehead into your hands. You're going to lift your forehead, lift your hands, lift your legs. Exhale, lower. Good. Try that for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. 1. Good. Rest here. Just take a moment. Maybe you turn your ear down, pick a favorite side. Maybe you prefer Sphinx versus having your face down. It really doesn't matter. We're going to end up making our way through tabletop and then all the way back to a child's pose. Resetting after that work. Good. Soften here. Feel yourself in this moment, full relaxation. Good. On your next breath in, slowly and carefully bring yourself all the way up. Into tabletop, that is. Tuck your toes and then head to your down dog. Good. Right leg is going to reach all the way up. Give it a strong lift. Step your right foot all the way through. All right. I want you to keep your hands down. We're going to repeat the twist. So left hand stays put. And then your right arm is going to peacefully glide all the way up into the air. Good. Try to extend through your fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. Place your right palm down. Exhale, straighten the right leg. So pull back with your hips. Good. Stay here for another inhale. Exhale, bend your knee forward. Let your back knee bend a little bit. Come all the way up into high lunge for the first time. So make sure you're in alignment. Your right knee is forward facing. You have a soft bend of your back left knee. Good. Bring your hands to your heart. Here's your single leg balance. So shifting forward, left leg is going to lift for warrior 3. If this feels too challenging, bring your fingertips to the mat. Try to stay strong in your right foot as you push really hard back with your left foot. And then bring your left knee all the way up. Stay strong. Cross your ankle back over your thigh, just like we did in figure 4 at the back of our mat, okay? Option 1, you're going to slowly start to place your left forearm on your left leg, and your right arm is going to reach up, okay? And this is if it's hard to reach for the ground. Option 2, left hand to the ground or block. Guess what? You can even use a water bottle. Place your hand there. And then right arm rotates to the sky. So we're twisting to our right in this figure 4 now. And if you're tight, you might feel very lost in this pose because you can't get a good twist in. That's okay. If you have the room to bring your hand down to the mat, it feels good. If your right arm is still in the air, let's bring our hands back together. Single leg balance, bring your knee up. Here we go for that leg extension. Ready? Reach out, reach, reach, reach. And release. Whew. Give that a little wiggle because you may have gotten a little tired there. Take your arms up and then fold forward. Flat back. Vinyasa, so high plank. Chaturanga is your push-up. Up dog, cobra is your back bend. And then exhale, downward facing dog is where we land. And you might take a different version based on how your low back is feeling, based on muscularly how your arms are feeling. So just kind of check in with yourself through your vinyasas so that the form stays consistent. Let's glide our left leg up. Let's step our left foot through. Right hand stays put. Left arm, let's find the sky. 3. Twist with me. 2. One more full inhale. Left hand down, exhale. Straighten the left leg again, pull the hips back. This is called extended pyramid, which means we're doing a pose called pyramid, but we have the legs further apart than normal. And then as we bend our left knee forward, exhale into it, bend the right knee a little bit. And then come all the way up into high lunge. And the reason we're bending the back knee is to let that tailbone tuck under. Take a nice full breath in. Legs might be feeling tired. Exhale your hands to heart center. Shift. Right leg lifts up. Good. Lift through the belly. Lift through the right heel. Again, you want to feel like you're pushing your right leg behind you. It's okay to put your fingertips on blocks. And then we're going to slow transition right knee all the way up through the midline. Lift, 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 lift with me. Good. Exhale, cross your ankle over your thigh. Option to lower the right forearm down and to twist the left arm up. Whoop, almost fell over there. Or put your right hand on a block, water bottle, or the earth. And then your left arm will peer all the way up. 3. Hold it. 2. And then inhale, gather your hands back to your heart if you can, super slow unless you're already there. And then we're going to stand up. Here we go, leg extension. Ready? Kick it out. This is the hard part. And release. Guess what? You did it. Let's take a little forward fold. Halfway lift. Good. We're going to take those feet nice and wide. And then this might be real hard if your low back's tight or your hips are tight, so you can sit on a few pillows or a few blocks. If you can, try to sink the hips down. See if you can make your way towards the earth into this malasana. We call this a deep yogi squat. Good. Now push your heart to your thumbs. Pull your thumbs towards your heart. Think about elongating the spine here. Let's take 2 more breaths. And then without plopping, if you plop, I don't know about it, so it's okay. Sit down. Bring your hands behind you, release. So just move your knees from side to side. We call this Wen Shui, bring the knees. So we did this on our tummy, and now we're doing it seated. Good, and then from there, you're gonna find bound angle. So we started practice, some of us, laying on our backs in bound angle if it felt good. And if it didn't, then we started flat. So feet together, knees apart. Inhale, long through the spine, lengthen, look up. Exhale as you look forward, start to move your body into your forward bend here. And I invite you to notice this band on your low back of potential tightness. And just see if you can fold in, release any of that that's not serving you into this forward bend. 3. Good. 2. And then very slow, we inhale to lift our forehead, our gaze, our body up. Bring your knees together ever so slowly. Scoot your bum forward with me and then return to your backs. Let your knees come in right away. Pull your low back down by applying pressure to your shins. And now push your feet straight up into the air. Place your hands behind your head, elbows wide. We repeat 8, 7, just basic crunches, legs long. 6, 5, keep your elbows wide. Try to keep it out of your vision. 3, otherwise we end up pulling on our neck. 2, 1. Hug your knees back in. Really, really nice job. We'll take a supine figure 4, so right ankle over the thigh. We've done this pose standing twice, so potentially doing it on your back feels better or good. You can stay here, or maybe you grab the leg. You can work it from holding the leg as you pull it in a little tighter. Good. And then let's exhale, slowly release the right ankle, bring the left ankle on top. And I like to kind of just let it do its own thing for a second. And then I hold on, but again, that's up to you. You might not even be able to get into the pose without some help from your arms. So whatever is best. And then let's go ahead and release our feet on the mat. So right foot goes flat, left foot goes flat. Your knees are parallel and you want to feel your heels pretty close to your glutes. And I invite us here to place our palms down next to us and then using the hands by pushing into the earth. Don't grip your mat, okay? A lot of people tend to hold onto the edge of their mat. Just put your hands down flat. Slowly lift your hips up. Good. Feel your butt here get firmer and firmer as your hips lift higher. Pull the back of the head, neck, and shoulders down. Lift the chin away from the throat. Good. Exhale, soften. Hands press into thighs. You want to feel some space here. So maybe open and close your knees. Find some room. Good. And then from there, exhale. You're going to go ahead and we're going to move into a spinal twist. So I want you to move your hips to the left. So literally pick up your butt, put it on the left side of your mat, and then let your knees get really tight over to the right, which will then allow you to pull your torso and twist left. So I'm turning towards the wall next to me. And you'll notice if your neck even allows you to turn the gaze left, sometimes your neck doesn't allow you and you end up just gazing up, and that's also fine. Your left arm can reach further away from you, or your left arm can rest on your left hip or ribs. And then we're going to slowly melt ourselves back to center. I want you to pick up your butt, intentionally move it all the way to the right. Good. Now let your knees stack. Let your left hand come onto your thighs. And then maybe your right arm reaches away, maybe your right elbow bends. You can also hold your ribs. For me, my right side is a little bit more open in the chest, so it feels nice just to kind of create that 90-degree angle with my elbow to my shoulder. And then I can feel a really, really nice release of a twist here. And hopefully you're enjoying a spinal twist and it feels good. All the things. Take 2 more deep breaths. Maybe an open mouth. Let it all out. Slowly bring your body back to center. And then some people's favorite pose, I think it feels really good. We're going to take happy baby. So you're going to bend your knees to your armpits. If you can't grab your feet, you're going to grab your shins. You can even grab your hamstrings. If you can grab your pinky toe edges, do so. And then rock with me from side to side, massaging your back. One of my friends and clients I train just had a baby and she was like, he does happy baby, he does it. I watch him. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So it's cute seeing people surprised by the yoga poses that their very flexible babies can do. Release. And then let it all go. We're going to let our legs long. We'll just be here for a short time. Unfortunately, not too long. Exhale, let your palms face up. Close your mouth if you feel you can and breathe comfortably with the nose. If you need to use your mouth for your breath, that's totally fine. Let's take 3 very relaxing, controlled breaths here together. Noticing if you feel a little bit more peaceful, glued to the earth. On your next breath, I invite you to very slowly think about some movement. So maybe rock the head. Maybe your arms reach over your head. Maybe you hug your knees in. And then we'll slowly come up to seated, taking our time. So don't rush to arrive. Find a comfortable seat. A seat that gives you the opportunity to lengthen, to sit up, to relax. Good. And then on your next exhale, let's bring our hands to our heart. If you prefer, your hands can stay resting in your lap. And if you haven't yet closed down your eyes, I invite you to do that unless you prefer to look down. Check back in this moment here. The more and more we practice yoga, and the more we feel a different sensation when we return to our seat at the end of a practice. We feel a sense of opportunity to be still and quiet and to be relaxed. Good. Nice big exhale out. As we bow forward together, thank you for practicing. Namaste. Have a really, really wonderful day. Good job.